Welcome to the Bleacher Stand. More than just football, we are substance.
Welcome back to the Bleacher Stand. We are full on our way in World Cup 2026, and we've seen the first round of games. And with the first round of games being played at such intensity, so there was a lot of drama. There were some results that were not expected. There were some expected results, and with those games, we have a better idea of who the contenders are, who the dark horses are, and who the outsiders are. Some might say it's early days, it's just the first match because just like Argentina losing their first match in the last World Cup and still winning the World Cup, anything is possible. So, yes, the first game is not necessarily a telltale sign. However, we're better able to see how the teams play and what they have to offer. Right. And with that being said, in this video, I'll be letting you know who my contenders are, who my dark horses are, and who the outsiders are. With that being said, let's get into it. So, contenders. My first contender on my list, of course, is Spain. Spain had a hiccup with Cape Verde, who had a 40-year-old goalkeeper who was absolutely phenomenal. And amazingly enough, after the game, within 24 hours, his Instagram followers jumped from 30,000 followers to 2.5 million followers. So he was really phenomenal in that game. And he actually saved Cape Verde from getting probably 4 or 5-0 from Spain. Spain were dominant, but Cape Verde were not pushovers by any stretch of the imagination. They held their own in their first World Cup, and kudos to them for doing a wonderful job and playing and at such high intensity and unearthing a gem in a 40-year-old goalkeeper who no one knew anything about before this World Cup. And maybe after this World Cup, he'll be getting a contract. But let's see. Next on my list is France. France, they delivered in dispatching Senegal 3-1 in their opening game. France have one of the deepest teams in this World Cup. It is said that even their third string team could walk into the first team of many national squads across the globe. Such is the class of players that they have, the depth in every position on this French team. And this French team, I expect them to go maybe all the way. And so that is why they are on my list. Next on my list is England. England played a high pressing game in dispatching Croatia 4-2. They started sluggish in the first half, but in the second half, whatever Thomas Tuchel said to them, they came out guns blazing and they dispatched Croatia 4-2 easily. And this England team is to be feared. If they can keep up this intensity, they are to be feared. They are certainly a team to look out for. Very dangerous. And of course, they have arguably one of the best strikers in the world in Harry Kane. Next on my list, of course, is the defending champions in Argentina. Argentina, of course, have Messi. Arguably, also debatably, one of the greatest footballers, if not the greatest footballers of all time. Argentina dealt with Algeria 3-0. Easy win for our Argentina. Messi, of course, getting a hat trick in that game, and they looked really good. They are up for defending their title, and let's see how far they'll go. Next on my list, of course, is Brazil, the team that everybody loves. Right, Brazil is the only team that I'll say no one hates. Right, as much as most countries don't want to see Brazil being successful, they are a very good team. In their opening game, they drew against Morocco, but of course, Morocco is no pushover. Morocco is ranked 7th in the world. Brazil ranked 6th in the world. So you can see that Morocco has come a long way. However, they are a very good team in their own right. Brazil is not really playing that Samba style that we're used to. But nonetheless, they are still a very good team. They still have good players. They have class players. And I expect them to get out of the group and potentially go all the way as well. Now, let's look at the dark horses, right? The dark horses, those are is those teams that they are not contenders, but they are next to contenders because of how good they are. Ecuador is first on my list. Ecuador came second in CONMEBOL in qualifying for the 2026 World Cup, beating Brazil. I believe it was two times in their qualification phase, and they play some pretty good football, right? Even though in their first game they lost to Ivory Coast, a very good Ivory Coast team, but Ecuador is still to be considered. Right. Next on my list is, of course, Norway. Norway with the robot, Erling Haaland. Right. Erling Haaland, of course, also one of the best strikers in the world. They ran riot in their opening game, winning 4-1, and they're definitely a dark horse. They have a very good team. Their attack lineup is sublime, right? And I expect Norway to still be considered among those who could take the title home. Next on my list is Portugal. Portugal did not look good in their opening game. They look a bit flat. They look a bit predictable. Nevertheless, they still have one of the best midfields in the tournament and arguably in the world. And so Portugal at any point in time can come alive, right? So they still deserve to be mentioned as a dark horse. Germany, definitely. They look brilliant in their opening game, dispatching Curacao 7-1, which of course would have brought nightmares and brought memories back to the Brazilian fans and Brazil as a whole. Germany, I put them as a dark horse because they were playing against questionable opponents in Curacao. Germany could have easily scored 10 in that game, right? But let's see what they have to offer in their second game, right? Because they might change. This might change as we go deeper and deeper into the tournament. Next is Netherlands. Netherlands will always look good. They slipped up against Japan, but Japan is no pushover. And so they are still a very dangerous team, one to be contended with. And let's see what they have to offer going forward. Outsiders. These outsiders now are pretty much those teams. They are not contenders. They are not dark horses, but they can spring a surprise, right? It means that they are good enough to win the tournament if if the stars aligned and everything goes according to plan. First on my list is Belgium. Belgium would have normally been considered a dark horse, but this Belgium team is aging. They are not getting it together. They don't look like they're up for it as yet. So I have them as an outsider on my list. Japan. Japan has been growing as a football nation over the years. Their first qualifying was 1998 World Cup. And since then, Japan has made sure to qualify for every World Cup since then. And they have a core program within their country that their desire is to win or be a powerhouse, considered a powerhouse in world football, I would say in the year 2030. But Japan is a very, very good team. They're not they have Right now, they have a very good record against European teams. They're unbeaten against European teams in, I believe, it is 19 matches or something to that extent. But they have a very good record right now against European teams. Next on my list is Ivory Coast. They are looking good. They are looking like a well-oiled machine. They look the best African team at the moment, right? Not discrediting the other African teams that are playing well, but Ivory Coast look like a very, very good team at the moment. Sweden. Sweden finishing bottom of their group in World Cup qualifiers, yet still made it to the World Cup. And they have a deadly duo in Gyökeres and Isaac. So it's a team that have enough firepower to blow any team away. So Sweden is definitely one to look out for. Now, final team on my list is Morocco. Morocco is no pushover by any extent. Brazil would have seen this recently. Morocco play high intensity football, and they've just been growing in strength as a footballing powerhouse. Now, there you have it. There you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, whether or not you agree with my list, disagree with my list, or who your contenders, dark horses, or outsiders are. All right, see you in the next one.